Good afternoon, good evening, good day, good morning, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to the iRacing Israel League, and welcome to round 2 from here at the Motorsport Arena Oschersleben. This is obviously the knockout for the spot in the FIA Motorsport Games 2024 coming to you this autumn. We are here together with the Israeli Automobile Federation, local ASN for all Israel motorsport activities. And we are in the midst of our qualifying session here. It is the silver class coming first. It is the, slower class, you could call it that, but still very capable drivers in this class and often putting on an incredible show like we saw last time out in Mugello. What a round that was. We saw cars flying right up into the sky in a few of those races and cars battling for wins there. These races, they're a bit more riddled with mistakes, I'd call it. Obviously, less experienced drivers in this run, so we'll see how they manage to get through the tricky track here at Mugello. Gal Adrian Cohen, he is your round 1 pole position sitter, and Gal set an incredible time in round 1. He was almost a second quicker than Tal Segal in second place last time out, so we'll see if he can get that lap time here as well. No lap times set just yet. Everybody's still on their first qualifying attempts. Should be able to make 2 laps here. This is obviously also the first, the place where the first round of the Lithuanian Road to Motorsport Games went. It was a very, very different look in this race. It was very wet and difficult for the drivers. So this time it is a dry Motorsport Arena Oschersleben as Tal Segal takes pole position, provisional pole position, at least for the time being. And we've got our timing tower on the left-hand side. Gal Adrian Cohen went right off the road. We'll see what he does. He might need to prepare another lap here. Bertie Galili in second position at the moment. He's going to try and hunt down the lap from Tal Segal. It is just 0.05 of a second. Ido Isaac to the pole by half a second, almost half a second, with a 23.411. That is your fastest lap so far, but maybe some improvements coming up. This is Ido Isaac in the white number 90 machine. Looking through the rest of the pack, if we've got any more improvements, or at least something close. This is just the start of the lap. This is Alon Katz, but it doesn't look like he might be improving for pole. But this is Yehudad Ben Yosef, a very fast driver that we've seen many times in the iRacing Israel League, sideways coming into the final turn, into that braking zone. Looks to have stayed within track limits. Track limits denoted by the curbs on the outside there. Through goes Yehudad Ben Yosef, and not a lap. Nope, it is a lap time into the pole by 0.5 of a second. Now, it's a chance for Ido Isaac to do something else. He's close to improving on this one. If he can just get these final 2 turns right, I think he might just have it on the predicted time. He looks good. Coming out of the final turn, that's definitely off track, and that's definitely going to be a lap time deleted. Let's see what he sets. And nope, that is quicker by 0.02 of a second. I thought that was off the track. It isn't, incredibly. That is a lap that he has completed. Gal Adrian Cohen, he's going to start his final lap. He's got a chance at this still. And we'll see what he does. His final attempt at qualifying here. A few other drivers still doing their final attempts. Dima Medvedik goes to 3rd on the grid. Just improved in the number 7 car. See if any other improvements come out of that one. Ido Isaac, again, on provisional pole for the time being. Let's see what Galladrin Cohen can do. Big lock up in to the long right-hander. That's not going to help his lap time, but you can go wide there and still carry a lot of speed flat out through the chicane. And then hold yourself for the right-hander. It doesn't look like he's pushing that hard. It doesn't look like that car's on the limit. I think that lockup may have made this run a bit more difficult for him. See what he does here. And on the power, out of the final turn. Nope, off the road. Off the road he goes, and that is not an improvement. And it wouldn't have been, because it would have been a 24.8. That would have put him on 13th on the grid. So it wouldn't have been a big improvement for him anyway. And it's like he's struggling a little bit. Maybe some technical issues as well, because that looked like a very strange turn to the right. Pinchas Landui on his final qualifying attempt. He's got those 50 seconds remaining. He doesn't look as quick, but can improve his position. At the moment sits 19th. Safiron hasn't set a lap time. The 482 machine hasn't actually done a lap, and here comes Pinchas to the line and goes 16 fastest in this qualifying session. Safiron down on pit road. Galladrin Cohen, into the wall. Definitely struggling there. And yep, that is the right side tires definitely broken. Let's have a quick look at your grid for race 1. Ido Isaac takes pole position by 2 thousandths of a second ahead of Yehuda Ben Yosef. Dima Medvenik and Matan Akhitov in 3rd and 4th. Tal Segal and Mark Zubarev will take the 3rd row of the grid in 5th and 6th. Then we've got Bertie Galili and Nikolai Ligovsky in 7th and 8th. 9th for Ador Malka and 10th for Alexei Surpin. Aaron Delitsky in 11th. Tomer Horoshovsky in 12th. 13th for Jonathan Gutman and Avia Diarmakov. 15th goes to Amon Sohari, and 16th for Pinchas Lundui. We saw him end that lap. Alan Katz in 17th, 18th for Eric Lapter, 19th for Galladrin Cohen, and 20th for Safiron. Not seeing everybody on that grid because not everybody set a qualifying time, and Galladrin Cohen really turning those wheels there. Here we go. Still on the grid. We might be going green in a short while. Go. Drivers preparing themselves to go green. Everybody revving up their revving up their engines. Waiting for Tomer Horoshovsky to get on the grid. Coming in and out, but still waiting for Tomer in 12th position. He's going to be the last car to get on the grid. Everybody to grid up. Barney the flagman on the right side of your picture. He's ready to wave that green flag, checking his cap. Doesn't get blown off. Here we go. 20 minutes to go for all of these drivers here at race 1. And we're away. Horrible start that was for Ido Isaac. And I think he's going to be swamped there down into turn 1. He definitely is. Down into 4th position, 3rd and 4th, going in free wide down into turn 1. Big tussle there, but maybe survives. Dima Medvenik takes the lead of the race. Natan Akhitov and Ido Isaac side by side. Yehuda Admin Yosef down in 4th position. So the front two down to 3rd and 4th after turn 1. Big spin for that was, I think that was the one that was the man that was in the lead. Let's have a look. Nope, wrong car. Trying to find where that car went. I'm not sure. No, it wasn't. So Matan Akhitov leads the race ahead of Ido Isaac. Just checking the time being. Goodman was off. Eric Lapter as well. Freddie Galili spun off. It was Dima Medvenik, so I was right. The Dima, who went into the lead of the race, has spun off. We'll see what happened there in a short time. Somebody off the road again. But this is us looking at Ido Isaac. Morgard is off the road, really struggling on this first lap. Off the road goes Matan Akhitov. And now down into turn 1, Ido Isaacs, he's got a chance on it. He goes to the outside. He's going to try and hang it around the outside. Down into turn 1. He does it. Outbrakes Matan and gets into the lead of the race. So returns onto his pole and gets spun round. He's spun round. And Yehuda Ben Yosef involved in that one as well. Yehuda Ben Yosef off the road. So now Matan Akhitov leads the race, but the stewards will have to have a look at that one. That was not okay, that one. Just got punted right off the road. Tal Segal now in 3rd position. And battling Dor Malka for 2nd place, and gets up into 2nd does Tal Segal. But goes wide, and I think he's going to just about stay in position. Yes, he does. Just about stays in position there. And now Mark Zubarev. He's got a chance at this one. Maybe not, because he runs wide, and he's going to be under attack from Nikolai Lugovsky. But settles down. Does the top 5. We're going to come back to this battle. Moment. But now, here we go. Tal Segal sets the fastest lap of the race. Matan Akhitov definitely has got damage on his front end. We'll try and do something here to maybe hold on to the lead, but I think with 16 minutes to go, that's going to be difficult. To the outside goes Tal. Doesn't manage to do it, but now he's going to get the switchback move and into the double left, the triple left. Wow, big push from Matan Akhitov. Huge push, and they touch wheels. They bang wheels. Off the road goes both of them. Wow, Matan Akhitov really ready to fight, but I'm not sure the stewards are going to look lightly on that one. Off the road once again he goes. He's lost the lead now to Dor Malka. He's going to be under attack from Mark Zubarev because he's got a lot of damage on his FIA F4 car. Wow, Dor Malka decides to, no, Mark Zubarev decides to take it round the outside and onto the grass. Nikolai Lugovsky trying to fight off the road. Big flip. That is the end of the race there for Matan Akhitov. He was so aggressive the whole way through, and I think that's also the end of the race for Lugovsky. Somebody off in the background as well. Gal Adrian Cohen has recovered now to 8th place with all of this carnage going on. And as Gal Adrian Cohen, he's gone down onto pit road. So Dor Malka sets the fastest lap of the race. Quite a few cars going down to pit road. And oh, into the air, in the pit lane, on the entry to the pit lane. What is going on with these drivers tonight? They are trying. It feels like they're trying to run into each other. So many incidents, and now the field has, well, spread out because there's not much of it left, really. 16 cars remaining. Let's have a look back. And we'll try and get back to the start. What happened to Ido Isaac? Down into turn 1. This is what happened. Ido Isaac gets turned and goes off the road. road went idolize at. And Software Rome was called something. And this was completely different. Not really. Let's have a look. Lugowski had another incident. No, he just went off the road. That was the very damaged car that he had. Find that incident, but lost a little bit here. So many incidents out on track getting a little bit lost, but most of them we saw. The race settling into a rhythm now. With that kind of start to the race, I don't really know what to say at this point. A lot of incidents, and a lot of them, well, ones where I'm sure the stewards will have a deep look at what exactly happened. And, well, proper punishment for these drivers as well. Oh. Amir Horoshovsky, he's got a chance at something here. This is a chance at 7th. He's a second behind Alon Katz in the 14 machine. The 911 is a lap car. Being a lap car, he's in the middle of this battle now, and a bit of pressure on Aaron Dolitsky in the 911. He's going to put a bit of pressure on Alan Katz, but definitely the race has settled into a bit of a rhythm. There's not much gain and not much to lose really now. Gaps as they are. Well, 1.6 second gap to the lead. That we already consider pretty big. As Dormalka is the fastest man on the circuit. Even if there were faster drivers in qualifying, the 911 goes wide and spins off and almost takes Tomer Horoshovsky out. So I don't know who's controlling the magnet here out on track, but looks like they're all trying to run into each other. Tomer Horoshovsky goes a little bit wide. That chicane, and well, nothing comes of it. Very, very difficult race for a lot of these drivers, and losses of points as well. This is Mark Subrev on your screens. 0-3-0. And trying to catch up. Struggling at the moment. Horoshovsky has gotten very close now, so chance at making a position. And Alon Katz. Like he's making a few mistakes, so Tomer Horoshovsky looks a little bit quicker, at least for the moment. Seconds, the gap for the lead, by the way, so really changing there, and no real pace differences. The rest of the hill, maybe it would have been Yosef running a second quicker than Amir Yarmakov. Battle that might come in a little bit later on in this race. While we watch drivers trying to catch each other, let's remember what the FIA Motorsport Games are all about. This year, we're heading off to Valencia on the 23rd, 27th of October. And last time out in 2022 when the series went to Circuit Paul Ricard in the south of France. Ariel Elkin for Israel actually won the Formula 4 category, so a bit of heritage there. Israel plans to send drivers into F4, representatives for two-stroke karting, karting slalom, and endurance karting, and additionally in cross-kart, drift, auto slalom, and Kana. So lots of representatives coming from Israel as Alan Katz disappears right off the road, but still on it. Some connection issues there. EFI Motorsport games this year, including the iRacing division. What happened to Dor Malcolm? Because he's just lost the lead. Right, we have a replay on this because I was busy looking at other stuff and didn't notice that the leader went off. So here's what happened. Touch of the grass and just spun off. Wow. Incredible scenes. So just spun off the road and, well, is now back down in third. Now back up to second. He's overtaken Alexei Sorpin. Have a big, big road ahead of him to catch Mark Zubarev. Horoshovsky's still close, but not making a move just yet. Do it till the end of this race. 7.5 minutes to go. And still no move being made, but these two are in a bit of a battle. Horoshovsky versus Alan Katz for 7th spot. Again, Tomer Horoshovsky making a mistake into that braking zone, well, into that chicane there. Losing time. They've got the 911 machine behind them of Aaron Dolitsky. But that's not for position. That is a lap car. Yehuda Ben Yosef has caught up with Aviad Yarmakov. Yehuda Ben Yosef letting fast lap after fast lap. He's really been gaining 2 seconds last time round. That's massive gain. And we should see a position change here in a few moments' time. It looks like for 5th position. Here comes Yehuda Ben Yosef. Nope, nothing doing there. Remember, started in 2nd place and then was involved in incidents. Fortunately, has dropped back down the field, having recovered. The top 10 is reversed for race 2. Second 20-minute race, we'll hope they'll be a bit more well-behaved in that second one, because the first one was very much chaos and then turned into a bit of a procession here, with nobody really moving up or down. But now, Yehuda Ben Yosef has a chance to give us some action. Down into turn 1 he comes, and now stuck behind Aviad Yarmakov. There's not many places where you can make moves around this track, so I think he's finding it a little bit difficult, maybe. Where Horoshovsky has spun off somewhere. He's lost a huge amount of time to Alan Katz. We'll stay with this battle for now. And with Yehuda Ben Yosef trying to make some kind of a move. Can make this move. He might just have a chance at catching Tal Segal if he goes really, really quickly. But he would have to go super fast in order to do that. Here we go. Once again, down into this braking zone for the very fast right-left chicane. Still doing final lap by Mark Zubarev. He needs to lead this race. Now, Yehuda Ben-Yosef will have to try something. Oh, somebody off the road. Not for position. Lap car. Covering. And was Eric Lapper? Yep, it was. Was right off the road there in the final turn. As Ben-Yosef trying to find something, but not happening. Not happening yet. Oh, how did that happen? We missed that one. Yarmakov, let's have a look at that replay right now. Oh, actually did get tagged. That was a weird camera angle in the beginning. I missed the actual point of contact. So Aviad Yarmakov tagged round by Yehuda Ben-Yosef. Didn't expect him to be that slow through that section and gets tagged and gets spun around. Well, we've seen quite a few incidents here today. So maybe not super surprising that we've seen another one. But Mark Zubarev has survived the chaos and is going to take the win here in race 1 and round 3 of the iRacing Israel League Formula 4 Championship. Mark Zubarev wins ahead of Dor Malka. Alexei Sorpin will take 3rd. Tal Segal finishes in 4th place. Yehuda Ben-Yosef will take 5th, but sure there will be a look at what happened here by the stewards. This is Aviad Yarmakov. Is Yehuda Ben-Yosef waiting? I don't think so. And Yehuda Ben-Yosef finishes in 5th. Start 5th next time round because the top 10 reversed. Oh, somebody off into the air. Jonathan Gutman will be your pole sitter if he can just hang on for the rest of this lap. Seen some drivers struggling with that even, so he can hold on for the rest of this lap. He will be the driver who starts on pole. Alan Katz has taken the checkered flag, as has Aviad Yarmakov. Omer Horoshovsky in 8th, 9th for Nikolai Logovsky, and Jonathan Gutman coming to the line to take 10th place and pole position. Race 2 right behind him, actually, Ido Isaac finishes the race in 18th spot, so 1 for him. Here's the race results. After 12 laps, Mark Zubarev takes the win ahead of Dor Malka, Alexei Sorpin, Tal Segal, Yehuda Ben-Yosef, Aviad Yarmakov, Alan Katz, Omer Horoshovsky, Nikolai Logovsky, Jonathan Gutman in 10th. And as we run through the rest of the grid, Berdy Galili in 11th, 12th for Dima Medvenik, Eric Lapter, Aaron Dolitsky, Anon Zohari, Galijan Cohen, Pinchas Landui, Ido Isaac, Asaf Yaron, and Matan Akitov, 20th spot. Laps down. He tired from this race. I'll wait until we get onto the grid. Ready to go green. And we're off once again. Jonathan Gutman gets a good getaway this time, so the pole man will maybe not lose it. I don't think he'll lose it because he's got a big gap heading down into turn 1. Nikolai Logovsky behind him, Alan Katz then, and Yehuda Ben-Yosef already making spots up into P4. Big battles here. And here we go down into Dor Malka actually gets past Yehuda Ben-Yosef, and they're still side by side coming through the left. No incidents report as of yet. I think Dima Medvedik may have crashed behind, but nothing at the front. Still side by side Dor Malka and Yehuda Ben-Yosef. Dor Malka goes wide but holds on to that position. So holds on to 5th place. He would have been Yosef down to 6th. So he went up to 4th and down into 6th now. Race 1 winner. Mark Zubarev right behind them as well. Oh, that's definitely the sound of somebody being off. That's Aaron Dolitsky off the road and having to come back on. Let's see if he does it in a safe way. Yes, he does wait for everybody to get through. Nope. Gets tagged around by Tomer Horoshovsky. Really need to do that. He's spun off all on his own. And Aaron Dolitsky has gone from bad to worse for him. He's got tagged around for no apparent reason. Jonathan Goodman. He's off. He was off. What happened here? We go into the final turn. Just went off all on his own and tagged the wall. So another incident, and from the lead, he wasn't second by that point. Nikolai Lagovsky got in front. Lagovsky leads this one. Talsigal right behind, and then it's Dor Malika, Yehuda Ben Yosef, Mark Zubarev, Alexei Sorpin, Aviad Yarmakov, Bertie Galili, and Landui. 9th place, 10th in is Edo Isaac, your pole sitter. Race 1, and off the road he goes as well. Wow. Gonna have to hold on to that one and not try and rejoin in an unsafe manner. I must be able to do it. Does. Wow, driver's really struggling with the track, whether it's the wind or what is it? I'm not sure. Here we go, looking at the weather conditions. 22 degrees Celsius out on track, 25 track temperature, and 3 kilometer per hour winds. So shouldn't be that big of a difference. 72 Fahrenheit it is out on track, 77 track temp. And a 1 mile per hour wind, so not really too fast. Shouldn't be causing drivers many issues. Looks like the winds may be moving around a little bit, but 1 mile an hour wind be putting cars off the road. Stable for him, so very strange to see that. Got a battle a bit further behind. This is Bertie Galili versus Aviad Yarmakov for 8th spot. Out on track, 420 and the 71 machines. This line may have crashed somewhere. Yehuda Ben Yosef takes the fastest lap of the race. Remember, for leading at least 1 lap, you get a point. For getting the fastest lap of the race, you get 1 point. Pole position, you get 1 point. And for most positions gained, top 2 get 1 point. Talsigal now getting close to your race leader, Nikolai Lagovsky. So this is off wide goes Dor Malika, very wide, and now Yehuda Ben Yosef has a chance of making that position up, but it doesn't happen. Bertie Galili actually fighting Aviad Yarmakov side by side. They go out of the hairpin. Let's see what happens through the triple left. And Bertie Galili gets that position, but back to the battle for the lead. Here we go. This is an onboard view with Talsigal as he closes in on Nikolai Lagovsky. Closer and closer. We go on power, goes to the right-hand side, can't find a way through there. And, well, would have been difficult to. I mean, there wasn't really space to the inside. Goes Dor Malika. And off the road goes Dor Malika. Touch and off. We've seen that a couple of times today, and it I think today everyone's they've had a few too many coffees, I think, because they've been really aggressive, and well, it feels like there's magnets on these cars trying to touch each other. And Talsegal now has a chance of taking the lead once again. He's gotten closer to Nikolai Lagoski, goes to the outside as Lagoski covers that inside line. This again to the inside goes Talsegal, and they're going to go side by side through the triple left, still side by side, a little bit of touching. They touch again. Who's going to survive? Both of them survive incredibly. And we've seen too many incidents there, but now they're going to go side by side into that chicane. There's only space for one car. Who's going to back out of this one? Talsegal makes the smart move and backs out of that one. Would have been a chance at a very, very bad situation. Survives that one. Mark Zubarev now up to P3. Ben Yosef had to back out of that one, and well, had to slow down because of Dormalka's incident. Here they continue on. Talsegal still has a chance of making this move right here. Rudy Galili actually sets the fastest lap of the race, down in 6th place. Recovery for him. Yehuda Ben Yosef has managed to get past Mark Zubarev still in first. I got confused. Not the first time I've got confused while watching one of these races, because everybody just keeps crashing and driving into each other. I can promise you the pro race has been much cleaner, at least at Mugello, so I'll be expecting the same. Obviously, it's a difficult track, and for these drivers with a bit less experience, it can be daunting sometimes. And well, we've seen a few incidents here today that I'm sure the stewards will have a good talking to. Here is Talsegal again. He's been stuck for a while and he feels quicker. Just looks like he's getting a little bit stuck behind Nikolai. And Tal will try and make something here. 0.6 of a second. That gap now has opened up a little bit. Dormalka in the background there overtaking one of the lap cars. And, well, the longer Tal is stuck, the more of a chance Mark Zubarev has of catching up to this pair. And, oh, big slide. And now, talking about Mark Zubarev catching up, that gap now down to 0.3 of a second. Here we go, still these two fighting. Mark Zubarev showing his nose, thinking that maybe Talsegal will get out of that one. I don't think that's happening, as Talsegal goes wide, actually, so that pressure on working. Drivers right behind them now. Yehuda Ben Yosef trying to make a move as well, because now Mark Zubarev is caught behind Talsegal. 10 minutes to go in this one. This is great news for Nikolai Lagovsky, because he's getting away from this pack. Back to Mark Zubarev, watching him. This beautiful heli shot. Really pick up the whole track. Pretty much. Here we go. Mark Zubarev versus Yehuda Ben Yosef right behind him. Down into turn one, they're going to come. Oh, big slide off the road. Huge accident. Wow. Mark Zubarev takes out Talsegal with him with, well, just a huge mistake. And, well, Nikolai Lagovsky is going to love that one, because he's just been promoted back up. Well, he's pretty much guaranteed himself a second place. But that was just too fast into the turn by Mark Zubarev. And another incident for these drivers. Unfortunate. just how many incidents we're seeing, and it's really robbing us of great battles out on track. So now it's Yehuda Ben-Yosef versus Nikolai Logovsky, who, well, we didn't expect to see this battle, really, because Ben-Yosef was down at 6th in lap 1, but he's caught back up through some misfortune of others. He's now got that momentum, so now he's caught up from behind. He's got the momentum to catch up. This might just be a little bit easier. Bit of a lockup for Logovsky. Let's see what happens down into turn 1. Let's hope of less of the same that we saw last time. Here comes Ben-Yosef to the outside. Logovsky, wow. Late move there to cover that one off. Interesting what the stewards will have to think about that one. We'll have enough on their plate with the incidents that happened already, but a little more aggressive driving to put into it. I think Logovsky really wants that win. Really wants to hold on to that position. Dormalka back into the picture. Also got dropping places. I think he's got damage, so kind of makes sense. Here comes Ben-Yosef off the road, both of them. Ben-Yosef flips the Formula 4 car, and Dormalka will now take the lead of this race. Wow. Bertie Galili up into 3rd. Mark Zubarev up into 4th. Dormalka leads this one because he's gotten past Nikolai Logovsky, who's, well, in a very damaged Formula 4 car. Here almost taken out by Mark Zubarev. I was saying he's got almost a guaranteed 2nd place. Well, unless they crash, and that's exactly what happened there. And, yep, he's going to try and bring this one back to the pits. That car does not look healthy. It's crabbing its way around the circuit. Ben-Yosef's car actually looks decent. Nope, I was lying. He's got no turn-in. Absolutely 0 turn-in. Down to pit road. Smart for both of them. And Mark Zubarev back up to 3rd, where he was before that incident, just because of others crashing out. So now he's got Bertie Galili in front of him. Battle behind Alexis. That was just somebody passing somebody in the pits. So got confused with that one. Dima Medvenik gets a position from Aviad Yarmakov. Back to this lead battle. Oh, big slide again. This time it's Bertie Galili, holder of the fastest lap of the race. And he's on this one. 6 minutes to go. Big lockup. Mark Zubarev. If Mark Zubarev wins this one after being off the road in the middle of the race, this would be, wow. I mean, to win 2 races and after so much difficulty, I think that would be a very impressive performance. Because now Mark Zubarev's catching up to Bertie Galili. He's got a chance then of catching up to Dormalka if he's quick enough. Bertie Galili definitely making mistakes, so Mark Zubarev definitely looks quicker. A big slide from Bertie Galili. Mark Zubarev, this is his shot. He goes to the outside. We've seen him brake late into turn 1. And if he doesn't make a mistake and actually brakes not too late, he might just about get this position. He does, as somebody goes right off the track and, well, slows right down on the apex. That's a lap car. And Mark Zubarev takes 2nd place away from Bertie Galili. 2.8 seconds to the lead, 5 minutes to go. He'll need a miracle for this one, but we've seen miracles happen in this race. So to the inside, this is Talsegal versus Aviad Yarmakov, and beautifully done. That has to be one of the cleanest overtakes this race. Beautiful respect for both of them. Each other's space and get past easily. Safirov versus Nikolai Logovsky. Logovsky still, he's actually fixed that car and he's back out on track. Wasn't too big of a fix that he needed to do. This is your race leader, Dormalka. Ignore that it says he's in 4th place. That's definitely not correct. He's in the lead of the race, so issue with our timing screen. Here comes Dormalka. About Now final lap. The timing on the left-hand side was definitely wrong. Oh, because we're actually running to 12 laps. How did I not notice that? Because I felt race 1 was a bit short as well. We were supposed to have a timed race. I think there's some kind of mistake there, but somebody off the road, and that was pretty Galili. It was going slow. Now being caught by Dima Medvedik in the number 7 machine. Aviad Yarmakov has got a chance at P5 over Talsegal here. But no move made as of yet. But let's go back to Dor Malka. Catching up to Mark Zubarev. Mark Zubarev catching up to Dor Malka, but it is the final lap of the race. He can't do anything here. Dor Malka will take the win of this race. Maybe he didn't expect it, but honestly, with these races in the silver class, you don't know what to expect. Dor Malka takes the win in race 2. Mark Zubarev finishes in 2nd place. And we'll get all the other drivers through in a moment. Bertie Galili takes 3rd position. He's happy about that one. 4th goes to Dima Medvedik. Talsegal, he's going to be disappointed. P5 for him. Alexei Sorpin in 6th. 7th for Aviad Yarmakov. Gali Drin Cohen will finish this one in 8th place. Yehuda Odben Yosef. Wow, this man has been in quite a few battles today. He's going to finish down in 9th. 10th will go to Amon Sohari. Amnon Sohari. Sorry. Alan Katz take 11th. 12th goes to pole sitter for race 2, Jonathan Gutman. Eric Lapter 13th. 15th for Nikolai Legowski, but no, actually Aaron Dolitsky overtakes him on that one. And Palmer Horoshovsky will finish down in 17th spot. Eugene Cohen has finished this one, as has Yehuda Ben Yosef. Let's have a look at race 2 results, if they show up for us. Confusing too. Here we go. Race 2 results after 12 laps. Dor Malka takes the win ahead of Mark Zubarev, Bertie Galili, Dima Medvedik, Talsegal, Alexei Sorpin, Aviad Yarmakov, Gali Drin Cohen, Yehuda Ben Yosef, Amon Sohari. And then it's Alan Katz, Jonathan Gutman, Eric Lapter, Irin Dolitsky, Nikolai Legowski, Asaf Yaron, Tomer Horoshovsky, Pinchas Landu, and Ido Isaac finishes off the field in 19th. Those are your race results for the silver class. But don't go anywhere. It's the pro class coming up next in about 10 minutes' time from Motorsport Arena, Oschersleben. And welcome back on to the track here at the beautiful Motorsport Arena Oschersleben. We are back into a qualifying session. This time it is for the pro class. And we'll see how the drivers do here. Rowan Chaka was your pole sitter and double race winner last time out, so we'll see if he can repeat that feat this time. We saw some struggles from drivers in there, and I've just had confirmation that we'll have a 12-lap race here as well, so there was a little bit of a mistake in the setting up of the sessions, but now at least the drivers know exactly when the race will finish, and it's about a 2-minute difference, so I'm sure the drivers won't mind too much. On your screens, it's Daniel Lerman, but let's have a look at Rowan Chaka. Gonna start his lap in just a moment's time. Let's go on board with Rowan to see how he does. Here we go. Out of the final turn and down the pit straight he comes. 5th gear. Does he reach 6th? Nope. Stays in 5th. Takes a very wide line in super fast into the braking zone here. A little bit wide and on to the power. Comes braking down. Gets in. Just been informed it's actually not Chaka as I've been pronouncing it. It's Chacha. Nope, that's right. And excuse the pronunciations, I'm still learning. But it's Chacha, I believe. I'm sure I'll get a confirmation in a moment's time. Or I'll get a beating in a second, because I've just said it even worse. But let's go with Chacha for now. So Rowan takes the road and completing his final qualifying attempt. Well, first qualifying attempt. Got confused again. Right, first qualifying attempt. Is that a valid lap time? I don't believe it is. So not a valid lap time. No, at least for the time being. It is right. So it's Rowan Chacha. And I'm very sorry to Rowan for the first round because I've been calling him the wrong name for that whole of the first round. So apologies for that one. But here we go. Daniel Lerman is on provisional pole for the time being, as he's going to come out of the final turn to improve it. Nope, not improve it. Actually, improve it by... Nope, again, not improve. He didn't improve it. It's so close, that lap time, that looking at those numbers, I do get a little bit distracted. It was not an improvement, but that was very close. Rowan Chacha. Oh, we lost the camera on him. Here we go. Cameraman back on the move. Here we go. This is the final attempt that he has on this qualifying session. Predicted lap time would be enough for pole position coming out into the final turn. Through the final turn, Rowan goes. The pole sitter in race 1. Well, in round 1, and the winner in round 1 and 2. To the line. Pole by 0.3 of a second. Take a bow, Rowan Chacha. Takes pole position. Beautiful lap from him once again. He's definitely favorite in this championship. Reem Gross, he's still got one more chance at this one. And in the 44 machine, he looks good on the predicted time. 22.2 is your provisional pole. Here we go through the final turn. Uses up all the road on the exit. Doesn't stay super tight, but doesn't need to. And not an improvement by 1/100 of a second. Does not improve. Would have been difficult to improve his position. He would have needed 10th there. Comes out of the final turn, does Ranzoni. And nope, not an improvement on that one as well. Not seeing anybody really on a shot at improving their laps. Nope. So this will be your grid for race 1. So Rowan Chacha in pole position, 122.295 ahead of Daniel Lerman. Then it's Yuval Merrick and Reem Gross taking 3rd and 4th. 5th and 6th for Ranzoni and Ayali Kanavitsky. And then looking down the rest of the field, Shiran Kinnear and Matty Rosen in 7th and 8th. 9th and 10th goes to Yurin Levi and Tomer Ventura. Then 11th and 12th for Gilead Heskia and Ido Baltzan. 13th and 14th for Arnon Levi and Omri Farag. 15th for Aviv Cohen. We're not seeing the final two. It's Irai Zarbel and Nadav Yaron in 16th and 17th on the grid for race 1 here from Oschersleben. A few more minutes to wait. So, drivers gridding up. Rowan Chacha on position. Barney the flagman on the left side. We'll go to laps to go, because now we know that it is a 12-lap race for these drivers. Drivers gridding up. Missing Ranzoni from the grid. That's the only car that we're missing. So here we get ready. Drive out. Almeric. Jim Gross in 3rd and 4th. Rowan Chacha in 1st. Daniel Lerman in 2nd. That final car does get onto the grid. Ranzoni does get onto the grid. Here we go. 12 laps on the clock. And we're off. Green flag for the drivers. Green, green, green. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing at Motorsport Arena, Oschersleben. Beautiful start from Rowan Chacha. He takes the lead down into turn 1 and looks like he's going to be able to hold it. Daniel Lerman battling with Yuval Merrick. Yuval Merrick, I think he may have just gotten that position off of him, but still almost side by side as they're going to come into the braking zone. The two light blue cars you're seeing there, that's Reem Gross and Daniel Lerman off wide a little bit for Yuval Merrick in the 25 machine, and they get back into single file. Maybe some more beautiful racing this time round. Here we go into the braking zone, and a little bit wide, and a little bit wide, and that opens up the door for Reem Gross to go in side by side with Yuval Merrick. Nope, holds on to it, does Yuval, for the time being at least, but now down this straight, this is going to be one hell of a battle. Yuval Merrick goes to the inside, to the outside. comes Reem Gross as they go into the chicane, still side by side. These two, oh my goodness, what a move from Reem Gross around the outside into that braking zone. I didn't know that was possible, but Reem Gross, well, shows you how to do it. Beautiful, beautiful move from Reem there. And now, Yuval Merrick under pressure from Rancizoni. Somebody off the road, somebody up into the air. Well, big incident behind. We'll have a look for that one. I think that was our own Levi being involved in that incident. We'll get to it in a moment because there's another incident here. Oh, taken off the road. Was that? Yep, Rancizoni got taken off the road. Yuval Merrick now has space to breathe. He's got Ayali Panovitsky behind him. And actually, Rowan Chacha not able to get away from Daniel Lerman. Daniel Lerman sitting behind him, 4/10 behind. This battle's closer, though, for fourth position. It is between Yuval Merrick and Reem Gross. These two, we saw that position change down that back straight. We'll see if Yuval Merrick can do something down that back straight this time. He's now gone from defender to attacker here. Here is Gross. Now they're going to switch places because Yuval Merrick's going to go to the outside. He's not going to be brave enough to make that move. I didn't think he had the overlap into that one, to be honest. And using that grass on the entry there, maybe helping with a little bit of turn-in. And that's one of the quirks of sim racing. You got to use up everything you've got. Here we go. Down into turn one we come again. Yuval Merrick getting closer and closer, but not going to make a move. Back out of that one. Fastest lap of the race by Yuval Merrick, though. Finally get the leaderboard on the left-hand side. Here comes Yuval Merrick to the right, and Reem Gross defends that one. And defends it beautifully. So placing your car, these F4 cars are tiny on a track. Well, you can see how much space there is really when these F4 cars are going around it, but you can make it super wide. And Reem Gross, well, he's driving the widest F4 car you can find on the circuit at the moment. Very sideways, and this is going to give a chance. Now more pressure from Yuval Merrick, definitely. We'll see what happens now down this back straightaway. 1/10, 800ths to the inside comes Yuval Merrick. Reem Gross can't really do anything. He's going to try and hold it around the outside once again. Does it. Like I said, widest F4 car on the track at the moment is the one of Yuval Merrick. It feels like he's pretty much holding down the whole circuit here. He's driving an F4 car the width of the track. You can see how tiny they are really compared to the circuit. You can really go 4 or 5 wide even with these cars. Rowan Chacha takes the fastest lap of the race, and he's finally escaped Daniel Lerman. And to the inside, wow, that's tight, and I think he's going to just about make it. Yuval Merrick, what a move to the inside. It was the outside of turn 1, became the inside of turn 2, but this battle's not done yet. Here we go to the inside is Reem Gross. He takes that position back. They're going to go side by side on the exit. A little bit of a better exit from Yuval Merrick. They touch a little bit coming into this one, and Yuval Merrick backs out of that one. Smart move. Really, you're not going to hold it around the outside. You're better off backing off and trying again in another turn. Rowan Chacha leads this one by 1.6 seconds now. So he's really making gap. He's actually going to catch up to lap somebody up in front as this battle continues on. Let's go on board with Yuval Merrick. Look at how he's trying to catch up. I think Reem Gross a little bit slower because it feels like Yuval Merrick's just able to hold on to him very much so, and able to make those probes and tries to make those moves. So maybe a little bit faster as Yuval, but Reem Gross holding on to that one. The fastest lap of the race once again, Rowan Chacha, 122.312, and that's almost his qualifying lap. So running in quali mode, he is in this race. Wow, getting super duper close. How much closer can he get? And we'll try to make the move. Now, And not here. Flat through the first left, and a little bit of a break, downshift into fourth, and then brake into the long right. Stays in third gear, doesn't need second for that one. Goes out super wide, and that's a bit of a mistake. You don't want to use the grass there on the exit. Flat out for the chicane. Beautiful. I love that chicane here at Motorsport Arena Oschersleben. Wide from Reem Gross. Changes. In terms of position between these two. I think now Reem Gross just able to eke out that gap a little bit. From behind Reem Gross, look at how Valmeric just looks a little bit further away. Down into turn one. Just shows the speed. Love this camera angle, showing the speed of these cars. They're really quick down into turn one. It's a very light machine, this Formula 4 car. It doesn't have that ultimate downforce that maybe a Formula 3 car, even going up higher, might have, but it's just so light that the drivers just are able to throw it round into the turn. 2.6 seconds does Rowan Chacha lead this race by. Close to untouchable range. Moments time, I think. At Reem and Valmeric. Oh, off very wide for Reem Gross here. This is going to give a chance to Yuval Merrick. 7 to go and 6 to go will be at the point looking across the line. These to battle it out. Oh, very wide for Yuval Merrick. It doesn't look like these F4 cars get slowed down so much when they go off the road, so something for these drivers to keep in mind. It's like they just skip on over the gravel trap. Maybe they're so light they don't get stuck in it. But once we get into maybe a wet race this season, we might have one at Old Park. I was looking for the weather forecasts. We might have one there, so what happens? How the drivers will react to a change of weather as well. A new feature on iRacing, and beautifully done, I have to say, by iRacing, the new wet weather system, the iRacing Tempest system, as they call it. But again, a reminder, and that this is the pro class, and these drivers, whoever wins this championship, will be representing Israel in the FIA Motorsport Games 2024 in Valencia. On the 23rd, 27th of October this year. And these races are all thanks to the organizers at the iRacing Israel League and at ILAKA, the Israeli Automobile and Karting Association, the ASN for Israel. And this is not the only championship that does this kind of a knockout to the FIA Motorsport Games. It's all the road to the FIA Motorsport Games. We've already had quite a few series going on, and every country selects their driver. The countries do have free reign over who they select, but pretty much everybody makes some sort of a competition to select the best driver they can to send out to Valencia to participate in the FIA Motorsport Games and represent their country. It is pretty much like the Olympics of motorsport, and it's definitely an event everybody's very excited for it. Last time out at Paul Ricard. Also had the event at Vallelunga, and Rome being the opening ceremony. This time the opening ceremony is in Valencia. And while the Circuit Ricardo Tormo in Valencia will host most of the motorsport, the circuit racing side of things, in the mountains and, well, in the countryside of Valencia, we'll have the rally stages. But the esports stuff, well, that's coming right to the people. It will be in the heart of the city of Valencia, and the fans will be able to watch these races go down. It's obviously iRacing and Assetto Corsa Competizione that the races will run in. Oh, very close from Rancizzoni behind, but not making a move just yet. This is the battle for 5th position. It's between ILAKA Novitsky, Matty Rosen, and Rancizzoni. Very close between these few drivers. Yuval Merrick has stabilized that gap at about half a second for 3rd, but really changing there. Remember, again, it's the top 10 reversed for race 2. So right now in that golden position is Omri Farag. If everything would stay as it is right now, he would be the one on position for race 2. Here we go. Down into that chicane. Matty Rosen in the 88, Rancizzoni in the 20, and the 79 machine of ILAKA Novitsky. Here we run through. Matty Rosen showing his nose a little, Rancizzoni showing his nose. Matty Rosen a little bit wide. Rancizzoni, we saw him off the road, I believe. I'm remembering it correctly. So many things happen in these races that you kind of forget who was off the road at some points. And as we go into the braking zone, getting very close is Matty Rosen. I think he's quicker than ILAKA Novitsky, but struggling to find a place to make a move. It's so difficult around this place. You don't have those super long straights where you can really draft up to somebody. So it's all about finding, pressuring your opponent into a mistake and finding those gaps. So it's a tight-knit group, these three. All American. One eye on that gap, but that's not really changing. So. How big jump over the curb from ILAKA Novitsky. I'm sure that's going to slow him down at least a little bit, because now Matty Rosen 2/10 behind. He's going to get closer and closer and closer into that braking zone there, but nothing changes. Getting super close and going wide because he had to avoid the car ahead just a little bit. That compromises his corner just a little bit and loses him a bit of time. Now Rancizzoni is closer to Matty Rosen. So this battle continuing on. 2 laps to go as Rowan Chacha used to hold fastest lap of the race, 22.312. Would have earned him pole position, but wouldn't have beaten his own lap in qualifying. Matty Rosen had to defend that one just a little bit. But now he's going to have a chance to get at Ayali with just a little bit more momentum. So when you lose a bit of time, especially if you're very close to somebody, you kind of get lulled sometimes into not being able to overtake. You get lulled into this not being able to overtake position, and you keep driving behind. Sometimes losing a little bit of time and coming back at it is a very good solution, as you're coming then in with a lot of momentum and you're able to make a move. You've pulled down the fronts, because these cars do have a little bit of that aero wash. They are downforce machines. So that would be a chance. But actually, Matty Rosen now more under pressure by Rancizzoni here. Rancizzoni goes to the inside. Matty Rosen tries to defend that one, but they're going to stick side by side. And I think Matty Rosen just about holds on to that one. Rancizzoni now to the outside once again. Trying, like I said, try to pressure your opponent into a mistake. Final lap is started by Rowan Chacha, who sets the fastest lap of the race and goes faster than he did in qualifying. Now, side by side, these two are going to go into turn 1. No change of position just yet, but Rancizzoni is going to try that outside line. It's worked for a few. Will it work for him? No, it doesn't. So Matty Rosen holds on to his position, at least for the time being. A little bit of a slide. Nothing changes there. To defend it against Rancizzoni into turn 3, I believe. And into the triple left. They're going to come. Matty Rosen has to defend that one, so now he's under pressure. And Ayali Kanovitsky, he looked like he would be overtaken. Well, now he won't be, unless he makes some kind of huge mistake, but he's pretty clear. And this is just a battle for sixth between Matty Rosen and Rancizzoni. Have to jump to the leader in a few moments' time. Rowan Chaka takes the checkered flag to win the race, but we're going to have to stick with this battle. Is down the inside, tries Rancizzoni. They're still side by side, and I think just about Matty Rosen's going to hold on to it, but Rancizzoni trying the inside once again into the final turn. And holds on to it beautifully. Wow. Wow, Matty Rosen. Well, I said Reem Gross was making that F4 car wide in the beginning. Matty Rosen made it even wider in those final few turns. We'll have a look at the results in a second. I'm sorry we didn't see Rowan Jack across the finish line, but that battle was too good to miss. Omri Farag will take pole position for race 2 by finishing 10th here. Iliad Heskia will be in 13th, and our known Levi will finish down in 13th. 12th. So race results after 12 laps. Rowan Chaka, another Chacha, sorry, got into that habit again. Rowan Chacha wins the race once again. It's a third win in a row for Rowan. Daniel Lerman in second, third for Reem Gross, fourth for Yuval Merrick, Ayali Kanovitz in fifth, sixth for Matty Rosen, seventh for Rancizzoni, eighth for Shiran Kinnear, ninth for Nadav Yaron, and for Omri Berrig. Then it's 11th for Idai Zarbel, Gilead Hesky in 12th for Known Levi in 13th, 14th for Ido Baltsan, 15th for Tomer Ventura Aviv Cohen, 16th, 17th for Yarin Levi. That is your race result. As we get ready for race 2 here. Here we go. 12 more laps at Motorsport Arena Oschersleben. And we're off. Beautiful start from everybody, it looks like. I think Omri Farag's going to hold on to that lead down into turn 1. Looking at how good of a start he had, it's quite easy to tell, I think. It's not a super long run down into turn 1 side by side. Oh, somebody running over the curbs. And sure who that was. Wow, a lot of position changes. Something happened to Yarin Levi, and Rancizzoni was off as well. But Omri Farag holds on to the lead just for now. Daniel Lerman in 7th position. Rowan Chacha in 8th. That's a battle for P1. Nadav Yaron versus Omri Farag. Oh, they're both off. And will that be something happening on the exit there? I don't think so. I think they've gotten through it cleanly, so nobody got collected in that one. Omri Farag definitely slowing down and losing positions off the road as well. We'll try and grab a little replay of that one. Huge crash up in front. Massive accident. And somehow Rowan Chacha avoids that one, and he's going to almost be the lead of this race. He's got Daniel Lerman in front of him. What was that incident about? We'll have a look at the replay. Rowan Chacha avoids that one and a few others. Daniel Lerman avoided it somehow as well. I don't know how anybody avoided that. That looked like just mayhem up in front. We'll stick with this lead battle, and then we'll have a look at what happened there, because we'll have a look at the few incidents that happened there. Because a lot of cars were involved in that one. And a few cars up on their sides, a few cars up on their roofs. See what happened there. I think another incident behind. Yep, there is. Dropping down. Reem Gross dropped down. Here's Rowan Chacha. He's trying to do something. He's trying to overtake. He's taking his time. He's got, well, at the end of this one, 10 more laps to go, so doesn't need to rush it, really. Take his time to make that move. Daniel Lerman sets the fastest lap of the race. I'm sure we'll see those lap times tumbling in a few moments' time. That'll continue. Somebody off in the background there. We have to stay with this. Still trying to find that incident for the cars. I think I found one of them. So we'll see how this battle pans out, and then we'll have a look at those replays. I know everybody's very much excited to see what happened there in terms of those two incidents, but this battle for the lead, it's just a little bit more important for the time being. Rowan Chacha and Daniel Lerman. Rowan Chacha, winner of the past 3 races. Daniel Lerman really wants that win as well. Let's see how wide he can make that car up in front. And if he can make it super wide, well, maybe he can hold on to this one. 9 to go as they cross the line. Daniel Lerman, fastest lap of the race once again. Somebody off the road and spinning round in a light blue car. Rancizzoni, that was off the road. He wasn't off the road, he was just spun round, so I think just maybe touching the gravel on the exit. Ooh, big wiggle there from Rowan Chacha. He's showing his nose. He wants to get Daniel Lerman to make a mistake. So remember race 1, how big of a pace difference these two had. I mean, running away by 3+ seconds, huge difference, really, in a tight race like this. But now, when Rowan's behind, he's struggling to make a move. This shows how difficult this track is to really make an overtake. Here we go. The right-hander to the left-hander. These two, they're almost like glued together. See a few more turns, and if there's nothing of changing, we can head over to those replays. But I think the move is going to be made when Daniel Lerman either makes a mistake or Rowan Chacha can get close enough. And speaking of close enough, I think this might just be a try. Down into turn 1, they're going to go side by side. And Daniel Lerman fights this one. He fights it hard. I was looking to see what Daniel might do. Here we go, coming out of the first corner. Daniel Lerman holds on to this one, and I think he's just about in front. Nope, he isn't. And Rowan Chacha takes the lead of the race. Yes, just about does it. And now Daniel Lerman will have to try and come back at it. Let's go back to lap 1 and see what happened with these few collisions. So this is the collision between Shiran Kinnear and Omri Farag. Yep. Oh, we missed that one a little bit, but just a touch between those two. And that wasn't Shiran Kinnear. Omri Farag and Nadav Yaron, that was the incident. Something happened after that. Find a replay of that. Here we we go. Oh, so the 88 gets collected. Wow, onto his roof goes Yvonne Merrick. Let's see, Matty Rose. Let's see if we get a replay of that. So looking at the 88 now, right? So this is Matty Rosen in the 88 machine. Tries to get overtaken by the 44. Oh, and gets taken out because he's a little bit slow on the exit, and that's how that incident happened. Okay, that makes a bit more sense now. Just a little bit slow on the exit. Gets collected by the 44 of Green Gross there, and goes into a bit of a flip. Battle for 6th, though. Battle for 5th, actually. It's a 4-car run through, so that's Jeroen Levi, Palmer Ventura, Gilead Heskia, and Ido Baltzan in place. That is the battle. Again, you saw how difficult it was for Rowan Chacha to make that move. So clearly, these guys are going to struggle as well. Rowan, fastest lap of the race. Not a surprise there at the front of the field. Remember, winning already a couple of races, 3 races. If he can make it 4 out of the 4, that will put him in an incredible place for the championship. Look at positions gained. Jeroen Levi, actually, most positions gained. He's running in 5th. Behind our known Levi. Rowan Chacha up 9, or known Levi up 9. Tomer Ventura up 9, and Daniel Lerman up 7. Those are your gainers. So this battle has separated out. Now it's Gilead Hesky on your screens in the 4 and Ido Baltzan in the 8. That's the battle for 7. And Ido Baltzan in the 50 machine. He's in 8th place. And then Tomer Ventura and Jeroen Levi were 5th position. Battle ahead. But they kind of accordion out and spread out and get back together and spread out and then get back together. So it's a very dynamic battle, if I can call it that. As it opens up and closes back up. And now, Tomer Ventura, he's got Jeroen Levi ahead, who doesn't have any slipstream, so doesn't have any help down the straights, really. But we don't really have super long straights, so it's not like Tomer Ventura will get super close down those straights, and it's not like Jeroen Levi would be a sitting duck there. But Ido Baltzan now has a better chance at Gilead Heskia. Doesn't make the move. Off on it. Not maybe close enough for the time being. Trying to get a good exit onto the back straight. This is definitely your closest battle on track. It's nice that we can watch 2 battles at once. This is definitely closer. Ido Baltzan putting pressure, but losing a bit of time there. Right on board with him as well. See the different lines the drivers are taking. This track allows for that. You can take different lines. You can make different moves. 4 to go, by the way. So this one's just 4 laps in this race. These drivers have to do something quick. And off the road, well, not off the road, but wide went Tomer Ventura, and now on board with Gilead Heskia. This battle's turned upside down, because now Gilead Heskia is on the attack, and Tomer Ventura has to defend, and he was on the attack just a moment ago, now making mistakes. That's what happens. You make one mistake, more mistakes come up, right one after another. Back on power he goes, but nothing doing just just yet. Very wide through there. Power going wide. Flat out for the right and left, and then breaking into the right-hander. Nadav Yaron, I think, off the road somewhere, but we'll stick with this battle for now. Because now it's actually all three of them up together. That gives a bit of breathing space to Yarin Levi up in front. 3 to go as the leader crosses the start-finish line. We are going to battle for a place and battling for 6th. 3-way battle for 6th. Battle graphic on the right-hand side. Those gaps are tiny, but you can really just, it really shows how difficult this track is to overtake, even if you get close. In these F4 cars, which are easy to overtake. Oh, Tomer Ventura off the road. What happened there? Tomer Ventura right off the road. And have a look. Jump on board. This is Tomer Ventura heading down into that braking zone. Brakes, and very late on the downshift, big slide, and wow, well, did a good job of not putting it into the wall. Now back to battling. Ido Balsan to get closer, but not enough to make a move just yet. We'll have 2 laps to go this time by as the leader crosses the start-finish line. He's been very consistent in the lead of this one. Owen Chacha, 1-2 seconds already in front of Daniel Lerman. Again, this is the battle that we want to watch. Down into turn 1, they both go huge speed carried into there. Big braking zone, and then a very long right-hander, a little bit wide from Gilead Heskia. That maybe opens up the door for Ido Balsan to maybe do something. Maybe think of a move, but it's not close enough. Door not open enough as well. That's the story of this race so far. Showing how difficult of a track this really is, and how close these drivers are in terms of pace as well. It really is a very, very high-level grid. Even with some of the incidents that we see, it really is a very, very high-level grid, and drivers very, very close between each other. Final lap started by Rowan Chacha, as Ido Balsan just loses a bit more time. White flag in the air. And here we go. Looking at your current race leader. Rowan Chacha. He leads this one by quite a bit of a gap behind him. Fastest lap of the race is with him as well, and those other battles have opened up a little bit. So let's just stick with a lap with Rowan. He's been dominant, really has, both here and in round 1 at Mugello. Rowan, well, he's putting one hand on the trophy here. Obviously, quite a few more rounds to go, 4 more race weekends. Well, we're racing on Monday, so 4 more race Mondays, but 2 races each. So 8 more races to go in this championship. But Rowan Chacha wins the first 4. Another win for Rowan Chacha. Beautiful run once again. And Daniel Lerman finishes in 2nd. I don't think he really had a say for that win here today. Ayali Kanovitsky, beautiful result by him. Finishes up in 3rd. Aaron Levi in 4th, 5th for most places gained also. Jeroen Lieve, Gilead Heskia in 6th, 7 for Ido Balsan, 8 for Tomer Ventura, Ranzoni in 9th, 10 for Itai Zarbel, 11 for Nadaviron, Reem Gross in 12th, 13 for Yuval Merrick, 14th for Omri Farag, Sharan Kinnear in 15th, 16th for Matty Rosen, and 17th for Aviv Cohen. Let's go through those results here. Rowan Chacha wins this race. Another dominant performance by him. He really has this championship in a stranglehold. And we'll see if he can continue this winning form throughout the rest of this year, because what we've seen now, well, he's not really given anybody any chances. Next up, we're heading to the Algarve, and the Algarve International Circuit in Portimao, and then it's Alton Park International. Then we head to a legendary place, the Circuit du Spa-Francorchamps, and finishing off the season at another historic circuit at the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo Edino Ferrari, or as some people may know it, Imola. Another beautiful Monday of racing here from the iRacing Israel League and ILAKA. It's been a pleasure covering this for you. The road to the FIA Motorsport Games continue on the 15th of July from the Algarve International Circuit. It's been a pleasure, and again, congrats to Rowan Chacha on the 4th win of this season. Have a good night, everybody, and see you in exactly 2 weeks' time.